With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18 plus.
This episode contains references to suicide. Listener discretion is advised.
Last week on Stick Shifts Incorporated. That detective is on to you.
You know about Lucy's alliance?
It isn't Lucy's anything.
I'll make you head of global communications again.
Put the bat down and please step away from the vehicle.
Is your name Karen?
No. I mean, technically, yes.
So strange. I can't feel a thing.
You've only been working for them for, what, a month? And already you've had one lady die, not to mention you got in that accident. I think it's time you give that detective a call.
Don't you ever question my authority again.
Bet she'll be singing a different tune after she finally sees what it's really like up there.
In the time before, your ancestors called me Wisake Chok, but you can call me Whiskey Jack.
Whiskey Jack? Am I dead?
No, Skylar. You are very much alive.
I've gone back to that soundbite countless times over the past week. There's something comforting about hearing him say it, about knowing that the blood pumping in my veins, the air rushing through my lungs, isn't some kind of post-life delusion. I am alive. I am alive.
And I'd like to keep it that way.
Couldn't have said it better myself. The next file in the timeline is... What language is this? This is a video with Tony and Heather and Jason. But that doesn't make any sense. This is dated after his... It's after we had the accident and... You know what? I'm just going to play it. Okay, we're looking down into this dingy room. It's kind of dark and, smells a little like rotten eggs. Jason is flanked by a couple of demon-looking things. He's tied to a wooden chair in the middle of the room, and he seems bored.
Stop. No, don't.
Take this seriously.
Wait, is that thing Tony?
We're torturing you.
Are you? Isn't hell supposed to be a little more, I don't know, hot?
Can't you use your magic to shut him up?
I used up the last of my allowance on that stupid pin. Why don't you do it?
Because all of my magic gets used up on day one by idiots like you.
Wait. Demons get allowances. What are you, children?
If you don't shut up right now, I'll stick this pitchfork so far up.
Yeah, I've heard it all before. But I'm already dead.
Should we get Lucy?
What do you think?
We could just stick him back in general population.
You heard what Monica said. All prisoners are to be kept in isolation until further notice. We can't risk them banding together and...
Raising hell?
You go get Lucy.
Why me?
Just do it.
Fine.
Okay, demons are real. Tony and Heather and Monica. Monica is a demon. Sarah is an angel, and Kobe is probably an angel too. Oh, God. Is Steve a demon? Of course Steve is a demon. Probably everybody who works at Alexandria Books is... Oh, my God. Everybody who works at Alexandria Books is an angel or a demon. The Tree of Knowledge. The Library of Alexandria. Oh, look! There's a part 2. Let's see what this Lucy person is all about. Or should I say Lucifer? Because that apparently is a thing. Okay, we're looking down into the same room. Heather is flicking her pointed tail the same way that cats do when they're annoyed. And now Tony is back. There's an androgynous person behind them with gorgeous black wings, unlike the other demons. That's not what I expected. Well, it's just that they have really kind, inviting features. They don't look scary at all.
Who is this poor man?
I'm Jason.
Unbind him. Jason is our guest.
Come again?
You heard me.
Yeah, Tony, what were you thinking?
Now, your name is Jason, is it?
I mean, yes.
Tell me about the hospital.
The hospital?
Yes, right after you died. You remember, don't you?
I was all alone.
But you weren't alone, were you?
The ghost, headless, bleeding, gore everywhere, flesh running out the bones, angry and lonely, and those eyes, horrible eyes. Yeah,
Tony, Heather, what did we learn?
That some ghosts are afraid of ghosts?
That humans will torture themselves if given the proper guidance. There's no need for you to continue wasting your allowances or my time on such trivial matters. And now...
Our punishments?
Your punishments.
Okay, I'm done. That was a scary face. I did not like the scary face. Nuh-uh. I'm going to go drink a glass of water and take a break and pretend that all of this was a bad dream.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Are you struggling to lose weight and keep it off? Tired of wasting time and money on starvation diets that lead to more frustration and stress? If there was a weight loss solution that could actually work for you, would you try it? Then head to Golo.com.
I'm Steve. I lost 138 pounds in 9 months on Golo.
I'm Amber. I've lost 128 pounds with Golo.
If you're ready to take back control of your life, head to Golo.com now and see how Golo can work for you. That's Golo.com.
My sleep is way better. My inflammation has gone way down. Golo saved my life. I was way overweight. That's what sent me down the path. I wanted to make sure and live for my kid.
I have literally tried everything. I was on the verge of getting gastric bypass surgery, and I saw the Golo commercial, and it was the last thing I tried because it worked.
Join over 2 million people who found a better way to lose weight with Golo. Your healthier and happier life begins at Golo.com. That's Golo.com. Again, Golo.com.
That didn't work, but it's fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine. Right. So remember how Mr. Catacosmos reinstated his nephew to the post of head of global communications for Stick Shift Incorporated? Yeah. Here's audio from some phone calls I tried to make right after that happened. Detective Marley, it's Skylar. Look, something weird happened last night and... Hello? Yeah, it's Skylar Henderson. And
I can't hear you. You're breaking up.
Okay, I'm going to hang up now. Hello?
Skylar, looks like someone is jamming our communication. Try to...
Hello? Hello? Ugh. Looks like I'll have to go to the station in person. Annoying, right? Mr. Catacosmos makes one teensy little call and suddenly I can't make any. Ha! Fun fact, Catacosmos is a Greek word. It literally translates to underworld. This whole time, I've been working for Mr. and Mrs. Underworld. I wonder if it's one of those names that you just get used to, like Goodman and Baker. Like, if I told you my last name is Goodman, you wouldn't hesitate. But if I told you my last name was something less common, like, oh, I don't know, Good Time, you'd stop and wonder, right? I wonder which one of those Catacosmos is. Anyway, this next one is a video from... Why do I even question it anymore? Heaven. This footage is from heaven. And that's Sarah there. She's just arrived at the... Are those the pearly gates? They look more like a chicken wire fence painted with fluorescent nail polish.
That's not a great sign. Where's Peter? Michael?
The storied gatekeepers are nowhere in sight. Not only that, but it's weirdly quiet. Like, I imagined heaven would be more festive. But I'm not hearing any angelic choirs, no pleasant chatter, no peals of laughter. Just nothing. Heaven is completely silent. I mean, I'm not complaining, but...
Hello?
Okay, Sarah just slipped past the gate and the camera's following her down the main thoroughfare. There's garbage all over the streets and walkways. Hey, are there cars up here? No, they probably have horses, but I don't see any. The buildings here are less pristine and more piles of rusty metal with leaking roofs and peeling paint. The lawns and parks are littered with broken toys. Huh. Looks like dogs do get into heaven. I mean, I don't see any here, but I'm pretty sure that was a chew toy.
Where is everybody?
We're approaching what looks like the city center. Dang, she moves fast. Oh, hey, there are some people. Finally. But they don't look too happy. They're all gaunt and have the same haunted expression, fingers outstretched. They're like refugees from the outer rings of heaven.
What happened here?
Okay, the crowd's getting thicker. It's starting to make me feel uncomfortable. There's this sweet smell in the air, but it's like too sweet. My stomach doesn't feel too great. Oh God. They're pressing in on her now.
Get off of me! Back away!
They are not... Oh God. She can't move. Wait. There's a light surrounding her now and... Wow. Sarah just summoned a massive celestial sword that is 100% on fire right now.
I said, back away! Have you no dignity? No shame?
They finally back off, but I think it has a lot more to do with the giant fiery sword than with anything she said. All right, we are approaching the throne room now. She's about to open the door when the camera focuses in on her face. Okay, she's opening the door.
My God!
No! You can't just cut the video there and not show me what she saw. Ugh! Heaven was in a state, though, wasn't it? I wonder what happened. Ah, here's some video that won't frustrate the ever-living daylights out of me. It's from my visit to Detective Marley's office. I have to admit the space wasn't what I expected it to be. Like, I went in expecting some bland office with nothing but beige as far as the eye could see, but he actually had a few potted plants, a couple bright red chairs, and some First Nations artwork up on the walls. There were piles and piles of papers on every available surface, too. That part did meet my expectations.
Come in.
You told me to call you if something weird ever...
Have a seat.
There was this client last night. I should have called the cops then, but I didn't think of it and...
Take a deep breath. Tell me what happened from the beginning.
I was on the Ninth Street Bridge, and this person was sitting on the edge, but I was supposed to pick them up, so...
You pushed them?
What? No! I convinced them to come down and I gave them a ride.
William Caston?
Yeah, that's the name. Did somebody find them? Is William okay?
Yes and no.
What?
Yes, we found him. And no, he's not okay. He's dead.
I didn't do it.
Relax, kid. I know. He left a note. Suicide. He jumped off the Ninth Street Bridge.
That means he walked all the way back from Thorpe Road where I dropped him off. Why would he order a ride away from where he was heading?
Why, indeed.
At first, when I asked him if he booked a ride, he didn't seem to know what I was talking about.
Really?
Yeah. But when I said I was driving for Stick Shift Incorporated, he started saying the name over and over. And then he decided he had booked a ride. It was obvious that he didn't have a strong grip on reality. But I can't believe he jumped. I should have called somebody.
What time was the booking?
Around 10, I think?
Impossible. 10? Are you sure?
It was definitely after 9:30 because that's when my shift ended at Can Pie.
That makes no sense.
I can pull up my schedule and show you.
No, it doesn't make sense because William Caston died at 7 p.m.
That can't be right. I was there. I saw him.
What about your other customers?
I saw him.
I believe you think you saw him.
But he kept talking about...
Skylar! Skylar!
What?
Do you remember anything unusual about your other customers?
Unusual? Mrs. Mason wasn't expecting me, but she probably had dementia. And Jason Cumberland was freaking out in front of the hospital. He seemed like he was high or something.
Was he surprised by your arrival?
He was shocked I could see him, but...
No more buts, Skylar. His name was Jason Cumberland, wasn't?
Is, yes. He did tell me he had something terminal, though.
Give me a moment while I look through our system, and... There. A Jason Cumberland succumbed to a fentanyl-laced heroin overdose at St. Paul's Hospital on... the night of your car crash.
Jason? He was in the car with me. How? How'd he get back to the hospital?
You misunderstand. Jason Cumberland died 2 hours before your accident.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, does it? And discrepancies like this are popping up over and over again in cases involving Stick Shift Incorporated. And not just in Vancouver, but all over North America, and even in parts of Europe.
What does it all mean?
Not sure. But whatever it is, I don't like it one bit.
I don't either, but I'm pretty sure that I understand at least part of it now. Mr. and Mrs. Underworld? Angels and demons? My name is Skylar Karen Henderson, and I'm a former Karen. In between serving coffees and sushi and worrying about bills, my side hustle, my extra source of income, was ferrying the souls of the dead across the river Styx. I'm still not sure why or how or even what this all means, but what I do know is that something terrible is going on and I intend to get to the bottom of it. Do you hear that, H&P? Hades and Persephone? I'm coming for you. If you or a loved one are struggling with suicidal thoughts, get help now. Visit suicide.org for a list of text and phone helplines in your area. This show is made possible in part by our Kickstarter backers, Apocalypse Cowboy on Twitter, Stephen LaFawn from the Whichever Path podcast, Dwayne Farver, and 1985 the podcast by Cherie Madewell. Special thanks to our muse on Patreon, Olivia. Thank you so much for believing in us. If you'd like to support the show, consider becoming a patron. You can also support the show by rating, subscribing, and sharing with others. Sharing is caring, after all. Stick Shift Incorporated was written, produced, and set in Vancouver, BC, which is the unceded shared traditional territories of the Coast Salish peoples, including the territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. This episode featured the voices of Cass McPhee, Frederick S. Gregory, Juliana Gutierrez, Haley C. McCarthy, Lithium Blues VA, Paul Hikari, Stewart Moyer, and Ditrie Marie Bowie. Music for the show was composed by Anthony Luis Sanchez. If you'd like to hear more of his work, visit anthonyluissanchez.com or subscribe to his YouTube channel, Molto Rubato 88. Think you know what will happen next? Tweet us your theories, or hop into our Discord server linked in the show notes. Stick Shift Incorporated is a Microphones and Monsters production. You can find Stick Shift Incorporated wherever podcasts are found, or at stickshift.com. That's stickshift.com. You can also find other great Microphones and Monsters podcasts at mikesandmonsters.com. That's mikesandmonsters.com. Don't forget to check out our Patreon as well at www.patreon.com/mikesandmonsters. That's patreon.com/mikesandmonsters.
Thank you for riding with Stick Shift Incorporated, the only truly global riding service.